Welcome, YouTubers, to the capital of West Virginia, Charleston, West Virginia. That is where I am at, and that's where this episode is going to be. So, buckle your seatbelts and let's get ready for some Mountain State adventure. Alright, and there is downtown Charleston in all of its glory as we approach here. Just got off of Interstate 64, and that is a good look of at the skyline, and we are going to see if we can park the car up here, see if we can take a walk around Charleston. Eventually I'd like to get you over to the state capitol and show you what it looks like, but yeah, stay tuned for more. Alright guys, we made it to downtown Charleston, found us a place to park. I'm going to show you around this town of about 50-some thousand people. And yeah, it's a beautiful day here, middle of April, springtime, mostly sunny, probably around 60, I would probably say, degrees Fahrenheit. I'm here on the corner of Laidley and Virginia Streets, right in front of the United Center, which is got a pretty neat little piece of art sitting here. And then I zoom out for you, I don't know, 16, 15 stories, somewhere right in there probably. Let's do a little bit of walking though, see what we got. Hopefully the wind isn't gonna make too much noise for you. Hopefully you're able to hear me okay, despite all of that. I'll duck over here for a second though. This is going to be the backside, I believe, of the state courthouse. And I do believe, yeah, it's on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Way over here. And there's a historic building over here. I got to figure out what that is. And then everything's in bloom over here. Pretty time of year to be down here filming you guys, the capital of West Virginia. And again, I still don't know what that is. I will look that up though for you guys, and I will post a caption below. I like that little clock right off the side of the, isn't that neat? That's pretty neat. I like that. So little intricate details of downtown that really fascinate me the most. And right up there is the U.S. flag and the West Virginia state flag flapping in the wind. That'll give you some sort of indication of what kind of wind speed we've got today. That is the Kanawha County Judicial Building. So I believe that's where you would go, say if you had a ticket in the area or something. Charleston is the county seat of Kanawha County. It's also the capital of West Virginia, but serves as multi-purposes. On the government side of things. There's a better view of that historical building. Again, I gotta figure out what that is. It's beautiful. There's no marking on it. You know what? I think that's the old courthouse. I think it could be a museum or something now. But I do believe that is the old courthouse. And then they built new down the way from it. There's another neat piece of art down here at the end of Martin Luther King down there. That's pretty neat looking. I didn't see that earlier. So I'll give you guys a quick look see. That's pretty neat looking. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it like represents. but it's still pretty cool nonetheless. And as I was driving around looking for a place to park, I could have swore that the mall parking garage was free. Boy, I was wrong. $17 an hour or whatever to park there, and definitely not something that I'm willing to pay. They want you to prepay it too, which I think is a little absurd. Prepay the money and then I don't know how you're expected to get the refund, but okay. Down here is going to be the Charleston Town Center Mall, which does have that parking garage attached to it that I thought was free. I ended up parking over on Laidley Street instead. Pay by the minute, pay by the hour sort of thing. A lot better, much better deal. They only paid like a $1.75 or something like that. So, yeah, so Charleston, West Virginia. I will look up some of the demographics, population-wise, and go over that stuff in caption for you guys. This here is the Charleston Federal Center. Pretty neat looking building. It looks rather new. I don't remember that being there the last time I was down this way. And you have Ecova, or Encova, business over here. Ooh, look at all these tulips. Look at all these tulips right here. All in bloom. Isn't that pretty? 'Tis the season for tulips. Yep, 'tis the season. Tulips are probably my favorite flower. And that glass building there in front of me is the Laidley Tower. But it's also the Huntington Bank building. And then I know it used to be the tallest building in all of Charleston. I don't know if it still stands as such. And then you have a trust building over there with the big American flag on it. And then I'm not sure what that building over there, the old brownish brick building. And then you have a West Banco building over there. But yeah, we're coming up on the Charleston Town Center area, and I will show you that here in just a minute. Alright guys, Charleston Town Center. That's basically just a mall in downtown Charleston. It's got a Chili's and Outback attached to it, some hotels, JCPenney, all that stuff inside. But here's a better view of my surroundings before I head inside. And just a quick look here of some of the stores that they have in this mall, in case you ever find your way down here. We are Charleston. I'll have to make this segment a little brief because there's music playing on. I don't want to get copyrighted, but I just want to give props where props are due. This mall is definitely fading fast, but they have taken the initiative to put history along the closed up shops. A lot of portraits and paintings and stuff of Charleston and the state. So I just thought I would give a shout out here to the mall owners for at least, doing something with the blank space. So pretty neat little stuff here, Charleston Town Center. We're back outside here, downtown Charleston, in front of the Laidley Tower. This is the corner of Court and Lee Street. And pretty interesting church here. It's the St. George, is that an Orthodox Cathedral? Yes. So that's pretty cool. And then looking back south here, that's the United building that I parked somewhere near earlier. So we'll make our way back over that way here in a little bit. Meanwhile, I'm just going to continue strolling through downtown, showing you some of the sights and see what we got ahead. I see... looks like I'm not going to make it across here. I'm going to do an island hop here. All right, I survived the hop across there. Yeah, we're going to continue our stroll through downtown. I'll show you some more of the sights. All right, we're down here at the corner of Summers and Lee Streets. Showing you this intersection here and the Trust Building. Pretty interesting looking building. Here at 300 Summer Street. And I'm taking a look back at where I just walked from earlier at the Charleston Town Center. Nice little music shop here on the corner. And then, yeah, look down Summer Street here to the south. And that is looking east. So I'm going to continue walking another block or two that way. I'd like to try to get up close to that building there. It looks like it might be a Stone and Thomas building, which is a department store. It's possibly headquarters or something. So I'm going to go down there, check it out, maybe see what the history on it is, and then circle back. Well, we're getting closer. Still yet to figure out what the name of the building is, but I did come across an alley, and I know that that's a very peculiar thing to show you, but I wanted to show you how clean it was. Now, this is a back alley in Charleston, West Virginia. You don't really see any graffiti on the walls. You don't see any trash laying around. The sidewalks are super clean. There's not even any homeless back here or anything. Not to say that I would want to take a stroll down through there. Obviously, there's not much to see down there. Yeah, just kind of shows downtown West Virginia. Oh, sorry, downtown Charleston, West Virginia. You know, how clean it is, and that they actually care about their city and stuff, which is pretty cool. Here's a park over here. So got some more tulips growing over there in bloom. Got some people hanging out in the park on a beautiful day outside. The bank actually, yes, it is 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, it's not a bank, but anyway, the sign, thermometer there says 61, so thereabouts. So, pretty cool. And another downtown Charleston sign. I like these street lamps. They're pretty neat looking. Very in theme with the historic area here, the historic district of Charleston. And over here you have the University of Charleston, which is a neat building here on the corner. We're at Capitol Street and Lee. And then this is a beautiful walking street here. It looks like there's everything's kind of tree covered, but over the street here, there's a lot of neat little shops and things going all the way down Capitol Street here, looking south from Lee. It is a one-way street coming this way toward me, though, so you'll want to definitely keep that in mind when you're trying to park. We got some neat little art and stuff over here, and then it looks like they have a mural of history regarding the state capitol. So I want to read up on that here as well, but look at that. Ooh, boogeyman or something. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but that's kind of neat. And then we have, we'll read it together. State Capitol, West Virginia's capital, is much traveled. Wheeling to Charleston to Wheeling and then back to Charleston. It moved. At this spot, it stood from 1885 until destroyed by fire in 1921. And then the Capitol now stands 2 miles east, which I will show you. And it is down that way, down the river, the Kanawha River. So we will get there here in a little bit. But I did not know this fun fact. And now you guys do too. Well, that's pretty neat. They even have some art on their electric boxes here. So this town here is getting with it with their arts, embracing their history and their culture, and doing a lot of nice things. Very clean, tidy, safe. Have not been approached by anybody or anything, so it seems to be a pretty neat place to check out. Alright, I thought I would take you guys down Capitol Street here. Looks like a neat street to film. And show you, you know, some of the cafes and bookstores and things that they have down through here. Right here is a King's One-Stop Shop. And a Capitol Theater with wood. That is real wood exterior. That is amazing. I'm trying to zoom out for you guys, but I think that's about the best it'll do right now. But that is too cool. Next we have Taylor Books, and I'm smelling some coffee from across the way. So there must be a coffee shop over there. It looks like it could be Lowenstein and Sons. So yeah, this is Taylor Books. Looks like it has quite a bit to offer inside. Something to check out. Village Place over there looks kind of historic. And then another alleyway. And then here's that probably pronounced Lowenstein or Lowenstein and Sons. It's like a coffee shop with some grab-and-go items, such as pepperoni rolls, which is a very West Virginia cultural type food. Looks like they have muffins, cookies, brownies, salads, wraps, ice cream cones, and more. So while you're probably checking out a book that you just bought across the street, you can go over there and order a cup of coffee and a Danish or something and hang out and read your new book. But here is Adelphia Sports Bar and Grill. Looks like it's actually pretty popular. Quite a few people inside. There's the name of it right there. Again, we are still on Capitol Street. We're walking to the south. And over here, wow, Tickers and Timbers. I'll zoom in on that for you so you can see what this place is. That is a axe-throwing rage room kind of place. That is too cool. I've never seen a building with that kind of thing in it. Usually it's an outdoor type of venture, but that is too cool. An axe throwing rage room building. Ha! That's too cool. That'll probably be the most interesting thing I see all day. Wow, here is an old Woolworth building. Those of you who remember F.W. Woolworth and Company, this was the downtown Charleston location, it looks like, right here. And probably some offices upstairs. And there is a plaque on the door, and I'm going to make it across here before I get hit so I can film that for you and see what we have as far as the history of this building is concerned. but it is now home of Rock City Cake Company. Well, that's a pretty neat thing to have inside the old Woolworth building, is a cake company. And there it is, Woolworth building, and what is currently in it. And this is where the address is, 205 Capitol Street. And then here's some history about the building. There was a disastrous Woolworth fire in 1949 that looks like it took about 7 casualties with it. And so it's a mural to dedicate the lives lost to the Charleston Fire Department putting out the fire of this building in 1949 before they rebuilt it. Those of you guys who are first responders, I certainly do thank you for your service out there. Military as well. It's our job out there. Somebody's got to do it. You guys are brave enough to do it, and we appreciate that. Sorry, excuse me. And here is the government of the United States. Some sort of building. It's a government building. There's another look down, further down Capitol Street. I'm going to go ahead and turn this direction though. And we got some filming to do down here, so I'm going to slowly walk back toward the vehicle too. I want to show you the state capitol and a little bit of the Kanawha River. But isn't that just gorgeous, guys? I mean, just look at some of the... It's just a pretty time of year too. So... Alright, so that answers that question. The government building is actually the downtown library, and they have a footbridge across from what appears to be a parking garage that will take you over there to, it looks like, the modern section of the public library, and then will allow you then to enter the historic part. So that is pretty nifty. Looks like it's a new addition. And there is an old, it says the Resurrect Church, but you can tell it used to be a theater of some sort, a matinee theater, perhaps. And that here is here on Summer Street. So that's pretty neat. And as you can see, there's more and more art. So this town definitely thriving on its art. And this here is a burrito. It's like Black Sheep Burritos and Brews. Right here on the corner of Summers and Quarrier Street. And I'm on the corner of Laidley and Kanawha, and that is the Kanawha River down there. You can't quite see it yet, but that is a riverfront park in front of us. And then right over here is one of those monument looking things I was showing you. And all it really is just a artsy canopy that you can kind of hang out down there. Look at the rest of downtown. We are heading east toward the Capitol building. Excited to show you what that looks like up close and personal. Here's a look at some of the houses here downtown. So there's an apartment complex there. There's a First gas well we just passed. I don't know if that means overall, but that is a look of the Kanawha River over there. And that is what the county of Kanawha County is named after. There's a neat looking, that is the United Mine Workers Association, District 17. These are all buildings facing the river, so you get that waterfront view. Again, down Kanawha Boulevard, heading toward the east. Alright guys, we're getting pretty close. That is called the Executive Mansion there we just passed. And right there, that is the West Virginia State Capitol building. And I'll kind of pause here in front of it a little bit, since I don't see anywhere to park. But that is pretty, isn't it? So that would be Charleston, West Virginia. Some more beautiful houses and buildings over here to my left. That's in the same district as the Capitol building, but yeah, they get a riverfront view and all the quirks of living in more of the ritzy side of town, if you will. And yeah, not all the buildings in this area or houses in this area look quite as fancy, but yeah, I wanted to show you at least one of the prettier streets of all of Charleston, and you know, paint this capital city in a positive light. And I hope you enjoyed the mini tour, I guess, if you will, of the capital of the Mountain State, Charleston, West Virginia. Until next time, see you later.